Welcome back, explorers! If you're here, that means you made it to part 2 of our USA adventure. Woohoo!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Hello everyone, this is DJ. Welcome back to our channel. Today, I'm so excited to show you the awesome places we visited. They were super cool and I can't wait for you to see them. Buckle up, because we're heading to USA!
Yosemite!
The DJs are turning to
Las Vegas!
Today, we're taking you along for even more fun, more places, and more awesome memories. Are you ready? Let's go! Today, we're going to a place where nature speaks loudest. Through massive granite cliffs, towering waterfalls, and landscapes that will take your breath away. But before we get there, the journey takes us through a few stops, each with its own story to tell. Our journey begins in Santa Barbara, a place where ocean, breeze, and laid-back charm set the tone for the adventure ahead. We decided to have our lunch here in the Stearns Wharf, one of the most iconic spots in Santa Barbara. A long wooden pier stretching out into the Pacific Ocean, and it instantly feels like a mix of classic seaside charm and relaxed coastal energy. As you walk along the pier, you're surrounded by open ocean views on both sides. The wharf is also lined with small shops, casual seafood spots, and ice cream stands, giving it a laid-back holiday feel. We spent about an hour in this place, knowing the journey ahead is still long, and we need to reach our destination before the sunset paints the sky. After a long journey, we finally arrived at our cabin for the night. This two-story cabin, nestled among the trees, feels like a peaceful escape, quiet, cozy, and completely surrounded by nature. Come on in and step inside. Let me show you around our cozy cabin. A spacious living room welcomes us. But before we get into that, let me take you upstairs. I'm really curious to see what's up there. Here's the first room with 2 beds, perfect for up to 4 people to rest and recharge. Just next to it is another room with a double bed and a single bed. Simple, cozy, and perfect for a small group or family. The terrace next to it was so spacious, perfect for a slow morning coffee or just sitting back and taking in the calm of the forest. It is also perfect for a quiet evening under the stars. Let's head back downstairs. There's still more to see. Here's a spacious, cozy living room paired with an open kitchen. On the right, there's another room, but we'll leave that one unseen for now. This is the bathroom, complete with a bathtub, perfect for a relaxing soak. Down at the end of the hallway, there's a small room, simple and cozy, just right for one person. The next day, we needed to check out early. Another journey was waiting for us, and the road ahead was still long. But of course, we didn't skip our photo time because moments like this deserve to be captured before we move on. Here are some perfectly captured moments. Now it's time to go to a place where nature can truly be seen and felt. I can't wait to see what's waiting for us at our next stop. Let's go! We passed through endless trees along the way. They may look like ordinary pines at first, but this forest is home to a rich mix of species. Giant sequoias, sugar pines, red firs, incense cedars, and ponderosa pines. Now I can feel it. We're getting really close to our destination. This is Tunnel View, one of the most iconic viewpoints here in Yosemite National Park. This is definitely a must-stop. What makes Tunnel View so special is how everything comes together in one frame. From this single viewpoint, the entire Yosemite Valley opens up in front of you like a perfect postcard. Daddy made a quick hike to find a better view, but sometimes the perfect view was already in front of us.
Aww.
So he decided to make a picture-perfect jump, framed by a postcard-like view in the background. As we go deeper into the heart of Yosemite National Park, we move closer, uncovering more details with every step. El Capitan is right in front of us now, an incredible wall of massive granite rising so high it almost feels like it's watching over the valley. In the distance, the three brothers stand tall, watching over the valley like silent guardians. And just few meters away, there was a waterfall flowing quietly through the rocks. As we continue our journey, the road feels calm and easy. Yet driving through Yosemite Valley is anything but ordinary. It feels like stepping into a living postcard. With the sun above our heads, our hunger was definitely above normal. And as soon as we reached the Yosemite Village parking area, we didn't waste any time. We headed straight to the first restaurant we saw. We grabbed our food and enjoyed it under an umbrella, surrounded by fresh mountain air. Behind us, a quiet forest stretched out, tall trees swaying gently in the breeze. We stopped by the souvenir shop, picking out a few keepsakes to bring a piece of the journey home with us. After our meal and a bit of rest, we wandered around Yosemite Village, taking in the atmosphere beneath the shade of towering trees. There are also shuttle buses run in loops, stopping at the major spots, trailheads, viewpoints, visitor centers, lodges, and shops. Instead of worrying about the parking, which can be tough during peak hours, you can simply hop on and off wherever you want. Leaving Yosemite feels a bit like saying goodbye to a place that doesn't want to be left. A little sadness because the views were so amazing, but also excitement because the journey is still going on. Every turn of the road feels like the park is slowly disappearing, but in a way that makes you want to remember it even more. We didn't get to explore all of Yosemite Village as we still had a long drive ahead. On our way to San Francisco! The drive from Yosemite National Park to San Francisco is quite a scenic but long journey. It will take around 265 to 320 kilometers or around 4 to 5 hours drive depending on the exact route and entry or exit point in Yosemite. The moment I saw a massive bridge linking two islands, I knew we are near to our destination. Compared to Yosemite National Park with its own towering granite cliffs, waterfalls, and endless forests, San Francisco feels completely different. It's full of energy with high-rise buildings, massive bridges, cars, cable buses, and people everywhere. A true city of movement. The roads in San Francisco feel different the moment you arrive. They are not flat or simple. Instead, they rise and fall with the city's famous hills, forming steep streets that seem to climb and drop in every direction. After a long drive, we finally arrived at our hotel. Time to head in, and I'll show you a quick room tour. Inside, we have two double beds for the three of us, with a big television placed right in front of the beds. With free coffee on the side. On the other side, we have a clean sink with a simple but decent toilet and bathroom. As soon as we settled in, we jumped back into the car to explore the place while the light was still good. We made our way to Fisherman's Wharf, right along the port of San Francisco. In the distance, we could see Alcatraz Island, standing quietly in the bay. This island sits in the middle of San Francisco Bay, surrounded by cold water, strong currents, and sweeping views of the city skyline in the distance. The island is most famous for its former federal prison. Despite its heavy past, the island today feels more like a place of reflection and history. Visitors can walk through the old prison buildings, see preserved cells, and imagine what life was like for those who lived there. There's a film called Escape from Alcatraz, based on the real 1962 escape attempt. It shows the harsh prison condition and the detailed planning behind the breakout. Enough with the trivia for today. We'll wrap up the day and get ready for what's next tomorrow. The next day, out of nowhere, we decided to find a very unique road in San Francisco. Something we heard is quite famous. Let's find out why. What makes it famous is a short, steep section with 8 sharp hairpin turns that wind their way down the hill. This design wasn't just for style. It was originally designed to make the steep slope safer for cars to drive through, requiring drivers to go as slow as 5 miles per hour. Lombard Street is famously known as the crookedest street in the world. And we made it to the end of the street. What an exciting experience! And now, let's go and cross the famous bridge here in San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge. Hopefully, we make it across without getting lost on the way, since it's completely wrapped in thick clouds. At this point, we might be crossing a bridge or just driving into the sky. The bridge is about 2.7 kilometers long and roughly a 2 to 5 minute drive across. The DJ's answer goes to San Francisco. As we arrived, we didn't waste a single minute. We took our moment right away. It was around 9 in the morning and we practically had the place to ourselves. But since we couldn't see the Golden Gate Bridge in the distance because of the thick clouds around it, we decided to head back and explore the other side a bit more while waiting for the clouds wrapped around the bridge to disappear. After the foggy uncertainty at the Golden Gate, we decided to explore somewhere calmer. And that's how we arrived at the Palace of Fine Arts. The Palace of Fine Arts is one of the most beautiful and peaceful spots in San Francisco, known for its grand architecture and calm, reflective setting. It was even cooler seeing a weeping willow tree nearby, adding to the peaceful atmosphere. At the center stands a massive Roman-inspired rotunda, surrounded by tall, elegant columns that form a semicircle around a quiet lagoon. The structure looks like something from ancient Europe, with intricate details, soft colors, and a timeless design that feels both majestic and delicate. If you're enjoying our adventures, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you will never miss our next crazy adventures. After hanging out at the Palace of Fine Arts, we came back hopeful. The fog had lifted, the sky was clearer, and the Golden Gate Bridge was finally showing itself in full. But this time, it felt different. Instead of that quiet, almost private moment we had earlier, the place was now full of people. Tourists lined the walkways, cameras everywhere, voices blending into one constant buzz. Everyone was chasing that same perfect shot, searching for the best angle. But one thing is sure, Daddy and I nailed the perfect jump! We stayed for a few minutes, and even with the crowd and the noise, it's still something you can't help but appreciate, this amazing place. So let's go! We couldn't stay much longer since we still had a long drive ahead, around 6 to 7 hours or about 650 kilometers back to Lolo and Lola's place home. The next day, with some free time on our hands, I helped clean Lolo and Lola's backyard. The calamansi tree had shed plenty of leaves all over the ground, but it was also full of fruit, just perfect for making fresh calamansi juice. But this one is much juicier and sweeter than calamansi, a ripe orange that looks so fresh and full of juice. Fast forward to the next day. This is the moment I've been most looking forward to. Can you guess what it is? It's Disneyland Day! But first, a big thank you to our friend Karen and her mom for the free passes to Disneyland Park. And of course, we're also deeply grateful to Lolo and Lola for making this trip so much more special for us. Thank you, Lola G and Lola A! The moment you arrive at Disneyland Park, it feels like stepping into a world where reality pauses for a while. The entrance is already alive with color, balloons floating, music playing, and people from everywhere sharing the same excited energy. Here's our first ride. It's a small world, a gentle boat journey around the world, passing through different countries and cultures. It feels like sailing through the happiest geography lesson on earth, where every country sings, dances, and somehow plays the same song at the exact same time. And the song stays in your head forever. Probably until the next ride or like a souvenir you didn't ask for. Our next ride was the It's a Small World After All. Oops! Sorry! Wrong ride. The song was still stuck in my head. This ride is actually Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. A trackless, dark ride that feels like you've jumped straight into a cartoon scene. Instead of following a fixed rail, the rides are trackless, allowing them to move freely and independently to navigate through animated scenes. The attraction is designed to make guests feel as they have stepped through a movie screen and into the animated world of Mickey Mouse cartoon shorts.
That's right. Everyone to your positions. You're all waltzing so beautifully together. Oh. Now, let's conga!
The next ride was the Dumbo the Flying Elephant. In a small world after all. Each Dumbo can move up and down, making it feel like you're really flying through the sky alongside the famous little elephant himself. It's not the fastest or wildest ride in Disneyland, but sometimes the simplest rides are the ones that make you smile the most. Fortunately, we came across some short float parade at Disneyland Park just in time. The music starts echoing through the streets, crowds gather through the sidewalks, and then one by one, the colorful floats begin to appear, each one themed around different Disney stories and characters. The next attraction we visited is, and no, it's not, it's a small world. I think we have enough for that for today. It's the Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. As soon as you enter, the room comes alive with colorful singing birds, talking tiki statues, glowing flowers, and playful music filling the air. Right next to it was a Mad Tea Party teacup ride, one of those classic Disneyland experiences where fun gradually turns into beautifully controlled chaos. Another cool ride we tried was the storybook land canal boats. You hop into a small boat and gently float through a peaceful canal, passing by detailed miniature scenes from classic Disney stories. We stepped off the boat and made our way to the colorful little engine waiting nearby, the Cassie Jr. Circus train. And just like that, we were no longer floating through storybook scenes. We were about to ride through them instead. This time, instead of gliding on water, we're hopping on a cheerful circus train that chugs, twists, and climbs its way through the same miniature world, like we're traveling inside the story itself. Leaving the playful journey of the Cassie Jr. Circus train behind, we didn't move far before the atmosphere shifted again. Right in front of us stood something timeless and elegant. The King Arthur Carousel! Beautifully decorated horses stood still under the lavish canopy, waiting to come alive with music and movement. And it became even more magical because we bumped into a princess, Princess Aurora. But this time, she was wide awake and not sleeping at all. So that was a bit unexpected. Sleeping Beauty was beautiful as always, but my mom was even more impressive. Let's just say she's got the awake and unstoppable version of Beauty. Leaving the fairy tale world behind, we stepped into Disney California Adventure Park. And right away, the energy changed. Everything felt bolder, louder, and full of excitement. The park has lots of trees and shaded areas, which make it a perfect place to slow down and catch your breath for a while, especially after walking around for almost half the day, which can really drain your energy. The moment we entered Disney California Adventure Park, the excitement instantly kicked in, but nothing grabbed our attention faster than the giant red tracks of the Incredicoaster stretching across Pixar Pier.
5, 4, 3,
And of
2,
course,
1,
Daddy and Lolo A saw the coaster and immediately decided to hop on and completely ready to launch themselves into the sky and fully prepared to let their souls temporarily leave their bodies. Look at that loop! Even gravity looks confused there! That's the exact moment where your soul checks out and your screen checks in. The DJ's answer goes to Disneyland! Let's go on the next ride. The moment you board the giant clamshell ride, everything around you slowly transforms into Ariel's colorful ocean world. The lighting becomes deep blue and glowing bubbles shimmer around the scene, and suddenly you're surrounded by singing sea creatures, coral reefs, and familiar characters from The Little Mermaid.
Anak, louder na.
So true. They come falling to my golden run spells as a breeze and I help them. Yes, I do. Aluga, Savruga, the winds of the Caspian Sea.
Para sa si ano.
We took a short break and watched Mickey's PhilharMagic, a colorful 3D adventure where Donald Duck dives into different Disney worlds. Including Ariel's magical underwater kingdom. While walking in the distance, we heard music echoing through the streets, and people quickly started gathering along the sidewalks. It was a Disney character parade! So many floats with different characters, all massive and full of life. Like someone pressed eject button on the TV, and everything came out in full size in 4D with 8K resolution. After the parade, we spent some time just roaming around the park, letting the excitement settle a bit and waiting for what was next. Because the day wasn't over yet, there was still another night parade coming at Disneyland Park. And right after that, the fireworks display everyone waits for. So we took our time, enjoyed the atmosphere, and let the park slowly shift from daytime magic into its glowing nighttime glow. What a wonderful display of lights here at Disneyland Park. A perfect night to end this trip. Until next time, explorers, thank you for watching. See you on the next adventure.